Hello everyone and welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things we've never watched or listened to before. And it's another thing that we've never watched before today, apart from we kind of have. To give you a bit of context, you probably have seen from the title, this is a reaction to the new Daredevil Born Again on Marvel on Disney+. Now, I did watch the first season of the Netflix Daredevil before. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I just stopped watching that sort of whole Marvel contingent that was going on. I really enjoyed Jessica Jones the first season, and then I didn't really get on with it after that. I didn't watch the other ones, but I did watch Jessica Jones and Daredevil for a little while at least. And I don't know why I stopped, but I think I forget the actor's name, but the actor who plays Daredevil in this is a really good fit. I really enjoyed his cameo in the Spider-Man film. I thought that was a nice little touch. And the one thing I do remember Daredevil being really good for on Netflix, which I hope they bring across to this series, there seemed to be a corridor fight scene, like at least once an episode, maybe twice. And they were really well choreographed. They looked really brutal. And they were kind of the defining feature of the show, I thought, from when I watched it. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see, the first frame of the trailer kind of looks like they're fighting, and it kind of looks half like a corridor. So we might already be halfway there. But we're going to watch the trailer. We're going to see if it's worth picking back up. And maybe I'll go back and find a way to watch the old ones. Are they still on Netflix, or have they moved now, or have they gone completely from the world? I don't know. I'll have to go and look. But yes, let's jump over and see what the new Marvel and Disney take on Daredevil is.
Thank you for finding the time. I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
So that's Kingpin, right? And I like how it cut from them both being violent to just sat in a coffee shop, and just chatting and not being completely disgusted by each other's company, which is quite funny for a superhero and a supervillain.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city.
So he's the mayor, right? Okay.
I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
Okay. It's interesting that he's comparing himself to Daredevil, to Matt Murdock there, and saying we're the same. We can't control our violence. And I don't remember that being a thing in the original series. I don't remember Daredevil having a problem with doing it because he couldn't stop doing it, which feels like that's what the Kingpin does. I don't know. I might be misremembering it. It has been a few years now. Like I say, maybe I'll go back and watch it. But I don't know what the line that was crossed is. So I probably need to figure out what that is before I watch this. I'm sure it's going to tell me when it's coming out at the end of this, but that's how long it gives me to catch up, I guess, whenever it tells me what the date is. But so far, this is definitely an interesting way of framing the trailer, of it being based around this one conversation in a diner somewhere, and then flashing back and showing these other sides to them both. Very interesting.
Can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. chaos must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down? I was raised to
So that's the Punisher, right? I never watched the Punisher either. It looks like I might also have to do some research into that just so I know what's going on.
believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Ooh, that looked nasty. March the 4th. Okay, March the 4th. We've got some time to catch up. We're fine. Yeah, that looks really interesting. I mean, I always like it when they go the sort of grittier route with these things, and you know, just at the end there when they snapped his arm and you could see the blood leaking through. That's the sort of stuff I don't think you see in things like the normal Marvel stuff, like the Avengers-y type Marvel stuff. Even though there's lots of fighting in those, and I'm not saying they're family friendly by any means. There's a lot in that you wouldn't want to show your kids, or your younger kids especially. But this feels like really sort of gritty on the nose. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to that. And like I say, I thought it was a really good way to frame the whole thing. I thought it was a good trailer. I thought it showed off a lot, but it didn't really give away what the story was going to be too much. I mean, it gave away that it was going to be about, you know, retribution, which these things always are. Well, most of the time they are. Eventually, if you dig deep enough, there is always some sort of retribution or vengeance at the heart of any superhero story, whether it's on behalf of the superhero or the villains that they face. But yeah, I think it's looking like it's shaping up to be very good. So I'm going to watch it when it comes out. But thank you for dropping by, and I'll see you again for another reaction video very soon.